everyone. Welcome everyone to Super Saturday, August 21st. It's last week of the month, right? Wait, no, we got one more week. So it's a long month. We got 5 weeks. And today we have a very special case scenario. We're going to talk with Jay and Jenny about their current remodel in LA. So they're flipping in LA. And we want to give them as much advice as possible because in LA it's also very competitive. The contractors charge a lot, and we want to just help them through the remodel process as much as possible. And we actually
Hi,
have.
everyone.
Go ahead.
I was just saying hi to everyone.
Oh, okay.
Hi.
Yeah. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Jay.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. And here's our quick agenda for today. So we're gonna go over some quick wins, just to hear if anyone got any wins for the week. Very quick market update, like 5 minutes, just to see what's active on the markets. And I want to share this one interesting article about this company, Sunday, another big flipping company. So we're gonna spend about 5 minutes each in each topic, and then we're gonna jump straight into the remodel because we want to talk about the remodel as much as possible. So the remodel part is the most expensive part of this whole thing. So it can make or break your deal. Even if you get really good deals, like us, we got really good deals in San Francisco, and we still lost money. I don't know how, right? So I'll share with you guys with all that. So let's jump into the wins for the week. Wins for the week. So any quick wins, anyone? Any quick wins for the week? Anything exciting? Anything new? Anything cool?
I got some big wins.
Yeah.
So yeah, in the last 2 weeks, I got 3 properties under contract. I just closed one. We started demo,
Nice.
and then I'm closing 2 more next week.
Yeah.
And just last week, I got 2 more on the contract.
2 more.
2 big. Yeah, originally 1 yesterday.
Yeah. Wow, 2 more.
Yeah.
So you're gonna need a lot of money.
Yeah, I need a lot of money.
All right, who has money? Who has money
Yeah.
for Conrado? Because we'll probably need about, let's say, 250 through 500K, right? Cash, to take all these down, right?
Correct.
Yes. Okay. So, I got some private money lenders. I still have to follow up with my guy Tambu. But if anyone here wants to participate in Conrado's flip, what's the arrangement, Conrado? What would you like to offer for their money?
Somebody from Tom Group, I can do 10%
Yeah.
interest on.
10%. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Any points or anything like that, or 10% interest?
10% interest.
Yeah. Okay. 10% interest. If anyone's interested in doing that, 10% interest. That's APR. So, that's a year. So talk to Conrado. See if you guys want to join and learn his flips. So that's a lot of flips going on. Very nice. Very nice. So congratulations on getting all those contracts. And then I think Kevin, I saw you got an offer in Fresno.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got an offer. Although it's just one,
Mhm.
we went ahead and we just worked with them. They ended up coming in under asking.
Under asking.
They
Okay.
came in. They came in 10,000 under asking.
Okay, not bad.
At 259.
Mm-hmm.
And then we ended up countering them at 265, and then they accepted.
Nice. Good negotiating. Is it a FHA offer, conventional, or what type of offer?
Oh yeah, it was conventional.
Nice. Okay, that's a nice strong
And-
offer.
Yep, and they did 5% down.
Yeah. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Congratulations on that. So,
Thank you.
Kevin's flip, he got for 170, put in 30K, so that's like 200. Now it's pending at 265, so that's pretty good. Just like that in like 3 months, right? Very quick flip, 2 or 3 months.
That's right.
Yeah. Very nice. So good job. We'll celebrate when you're all done down there in Fresno. And let's find some more for you in Fresno. So now you're the Fresno expert. You can tell all
Doing
the
my
agents.
best.
Yeah, tell everyone down there you're the biggest flipper in Fresno. Okay, very nice. Congratulations. All right, let's move
Thank
on
you.
to market updates. We have a lot to talk about today, so I'm going to talk very fast. Let's go on the MOS and let's see anything new, anything interesting, anything. Let's go on the MOS real quick. Is there more inventory? What do you guys think? How do you guys think about the market right now? Is it going up, down? Just throw out any thoughts. Any thoughts? What you're hearing from other people? Just anything. Let's talk about the market real quick. Anyone has any thoughts on the real estate market? It's still good? Okay, I'll share my thoughts. So Santa Clara County, we have 1,996 single family active. So still not a lot, right? It's always hovering around the same. And then under 1.2, how many houses are under 1.2? 254, still about the same. Pending, are there more pendings than active? That's a sign of a strong market. More pending than active, 1164. 1164. And how about pending under 1.2? We have 336. That's a good healthy market. More pending than active. How many solds within the last 30 days? How many houses sold? 314. 314. So it's very similar numbers from last week. It's not a lot of people are selling their houses at all. So only 1,000 houses in the whole Bay Area. 1,000 houses. So I think market is still good for now until we see more active than pending. So that's our quick market update. Any questions on that before we move on? Questions, comments? Yes, no? Okay, maybe not. Let's move on. And then I want to share something interesting. So Sunday is a institutional buyer that just raised $80 million. So this business that we're in is going to get more and more competitive because Sunday is pretty much like another flipper company. And they're buying all over SoCal. So that's in your area, Jay. They're going to be competing with you. So Sunday, check out this company Sunday. Really nice website, get a cash offer. So maybe copy their format, Jay. Copy this exact website and call it Tuesday or something. Or call it Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, because they're here in the LA, they're buying a lot of houses. They're probably buying like 50 to 100 houses a month. So it's kind of like Open Door. It's kind of like any other company. We buy ugly houses. It's all the same. They're just buying houses and they're either wholesaling them or flipping them at the same time. So they actually got a lead in the Bay Area and they're trying to sell it off market to our investor groups. So it's kind of funny, right? So even for them, they're trying to wholesale some of their deals. So they got this one in San Jose. It was too expensive. We called them. It was like 900,000, and the area is only worth 900,000. So we didn't do much with this. But Sunday is coming into the markets. So more and more competition is coming to the market. So the only thing that we can do as flippers is become better, right? We can't just stop flipping just because there's more competition. We just have to become better and get better deals or beat them to it or learn how to extend houses because I don't think these big companies will get into large remodels. They just want the quick, easy remodels. So that's interesting. And then I wanted to share this fat flip before we jump into the construction part. And then I'm glad Conrado's here today too because Conrado is a contractor and he'll share all of his construction tips too. Okay, and then so now let's check out this fat flip in Los Gatos. Los Gatos. So this one just sold for $3 million. $3 million. And guess how much they bought it for? $3 million. How much do you think they bought it for?
$2 million.
$2 million. Good guess. Good guess. So now let's
1.5.
1.5. That's really good. 1.5.
That's a nice house, though.
Yeah, it's a very
Right.
beautiful house. Let's check this out real quick. Let's look at the remodel, and then we'll see how much they bought it for. Look at that. That's a beautiful backyard. Nice big backyard. Nice remodeling inside. Black doors. That's kind of interesting, right? That's a new style. I don't know about this backsplash. That's kind of funky to me. Do you guys like it? I don't really like it.
I like it in this. It's the only like cool pattern, and everything else is simple.
Yeah, kind of cool. Yeah, little difference. White kitchen, standard white kitchen, black doors. That's interesting. All black doors. I like the lights. The lights are cool. Black hardware sink. Black hardware sink. So a lot of black going on. This is kind of weird. So the house is black, but then the showers are chrome. So that's a big designer mistake, or maybe they did it on purpose. So chrome and black. It's kind of weird to have two colors at once. We did that in the past before too, so that's why we know it doesn't look right. And chrome with black, or chrome with chrome, that's fine. Chrome with chrome, that's good. So it's a decent remodel, not the best remodel. Decent, just a decent remodel, and let's see how much they bought it for. So I'll show you on the bottom. If you go on Redfin, you can see all the history. They bought for 1.8. Isn't that crazy? They bought for 1.8. And this remodel probably costs only maybe 200. So let's say $100 per square feet. So that's 250. So they bought for 1.8. 1.8 million plus 250 equals how much total? How much is that? Let's just say 2.1 sold for 3.1 million. So they made $1 million gross. Isn't that amazing? $1 million gross in just like few months. So they bought it in, let's see, they bought it in December. They bought it in December and sold in August. So just within 8 months, they made almost $1 million. So now let's target Los Gatos. Man, that's a fat flip. That's probably the best flip that I've ever seen before. $1 million gross, just like that, in 8 months. I don't think they extended anything either. I think the house was just originally 2,600 square feet. So now let's look at the history and see, how did they get this deal? Was it off market or something? Probably off market. Probably off market because we don't see any MOS listing. And they bought it from an owner that owned it since 1971. So the owner owned this for like 30, 40 years, 50 years, right? So target owners that owned it for a long time, they only bought it for $16,000. That's pretty amazing. $16,000. They sold it for 1.8. They're happy, and then these flippers made $1 million. Okay, any questions on that? Questions before we move on? Okay, no questions. I got an easy crowd today. All right, let's jump into the construction part. This is where it gets really good. We're gonna talk about construction today with Jay and Jenny. So Jay and Jenny's from LA. We just met on Instagram, right, Jay?
Yeah, I just sent you DMs and you responded.
Yeah, so the DMs work, man. How come the girls don't respond to my DMs? So now let's check out your flip. So this is a cool flip that Jay and Jenny is working on. And so tell us about your background real quick. How did you get into real estate? How did you get into flipping? Yeah, we're curious to know.
Okay, so I'll start off. So I'm originally from New York. I moved down to LA last November.
Yeah.
Been in real estate as an agent. So for the past 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Did a lot of transactions in New York City. Like a variety of rentals, more rentals than sales.
Yeah.
the rental game in New York is just really extreme and expensive, so it's very lucrative there.
Yeah.
Also, how I met my wife Jenny, and she was also dabbling in real estate at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And then we moved out here last year, and I realized the game is very different out here. So, and we decided to go into flipping because she's very inspired by.
Yeah. So when I was in New York, I was an agent too with Jay for like a year.
Yeah.
And then I saw how a lot of those Jewish guys in New York City, they're like the ones making all like big money. And then I was really curious. So me and my partner, we tried to get into flipping out there, but it was so expensive.
Yeah.
It ended up not happening. We would go door knocking every weekend. We would do drive-bys. Like, we tried to get our own deals, but we ultimately found something that was an REO.
Yeah.
Negotiations just took a really long time, and it ended up not working out.
Wow.
Long story short, yeah. So then coming back to California, one day I think we saw, like, we were on HGTV. I saw like Flip or Flop, and then I started like thinking about it again, and then one thing led to another. We decided to give it a shot in California.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more affordable. It's still very expensive.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we started, doing the same thing, posting signs, door knocking, talking to wholesalers, agents, everything, and we found our first deal. We closed on beginning of May of this year, and then we applied for permits. This is our first mistake, actually. So we applied for permits. We didn't get them approved until 3 months later.
Yeah.
But we just waited for 3 months. We didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Which is a big mistake.
Waiting for 3 months.
Yeah.
So how did you get this deal? You got this deal from
yeah, we got this from a wholesaler.
a wholesaler. Oh, so he got it for a lower price.
Yeah.
Wow. So how much did he get it for?
Actually, it wasn't very much. It was.
So he got it for $950.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty sure he got it for $950. Yeah.
We got it
And
for.
then we bought it for $975.
975. Okay, so just a small markup, right? Small little 25K markup. Yeah, from wholesaler. Nice. So he made 25K. You guys got for 975K, and then when you bought this one, so this one's in Los Angeles, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,600 square feet. That's a good size, right? You can probably make it 4-bedroom, 2-bath.
No.
4
No?
bedrooms.
Or maybe 3, just 3-bedroom.
It had 3 bedrooms.
Yeah.
So we just we're legally filing or legally permitting the 3rd bedroom.
Yeah. Okay. So make it 3-2, and then
We're adding a powder bath.
yeah. Oh, nice. So 3, 2.5 or so. Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good setup. And then so it looks like it was listed on the MOS, right? It was listed, and then a wholesaler got into contract right away for $950. So wholesaler locked it up $950, and then sold it to you guys $976. So it was listed for $1 million. So that's interesting. It was listed for $1 million during the COVID December, and then they just offered less, and then they got it just like that. Yeah, so it's kind of interesting. Right now, it's hard to do that because sellers aren't that motivated, and right now the market went up, right? But during that time, that was perfect. The end of 2020. Okay, very nice. So 976, and then ARV on this. Schools are not so good, huh? Schools are okay. Yeah, but then it's a expensive area. So let's look around here. 1.3, right? 1.3, another 1.2ish, 1.3. So it looks like 1.3 seems to be like a solid number. 1.4 might be hard, right? Because this one's 3,000 square feet. You think we can hit 1.4?
I think we're gonna try to aim for 1.35. We have a pool back, and most of these houses don't have pools.
Oh yeah, that's huge. People like pools again. So that's a huge plus. So let's say ARV 1.35. So Avery 1.35. So you have a good spread, right? You have about a 3 to 400K spread. So let's say what's that difference? About 375K spread. Okay. So very nice spread. And then your remodel budget, how much is that gonna be? 150 or what do you think?
I think realistically it'll be about 180.
180. Okay. So 180K. So let's have a nice round number, 200K, right? 200K remodel. Just for contingency. So 200K, that's a nice, good, healthy budget. And then closing costs, hard money costs, and all that. Let's say aim to make like 50, 100 grand, right? As long as you can make 50, 100 grand, you'll be happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'll lose money. I think on this deal with it. 'Cause we're learning a lot, and it's our first time.
Yeah.
Obviously, the better. I mean, the more we make, the better.
Yeah.
We didn't project the 180 rehab costs.
Yeah.
In the beginning, when we got into the house, there was just a lot more wrong with the house than we thought.
Yeah.
The number pretty much double.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So original budget is only 100K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now 200K. So there goes all your profit for the most part. Yeah. So now
Yeah.
just try to knock it out to break even or make a little bit. Just try to make a little bit. Make like 25. Just to come out positive, right? Yes. So let's see. So how can we knock out this remodel quick? Because you got the permits approved. So permits approved. So that's good. You can start doing the demo and all that. So what stage are we at now on the remodel?
So yesterday they finished demo.
Yeah.
Electrical is 90% done.
Yeah.
Framing has already begun, and framing they say they could finish by like next Thursday.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we should be getting our first concrete deputy inspection next week.
Yeah, nice.
And then yeah, so far that's pretty much right. Pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been exactly
Yeah.
it's been 9 days.
9
We
days.
started last Tuesday.
Yeah.
GC started last Tuesday.
They don't work on weekends, which is a killer.
Yeah.
We talked to them yesterday about it. They're gonna
See if they can work on
discuss
Sundays.
and see what they can do. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So they'll try to work on weekends. At least one weekend, right? On Saturday or something.
Yeah.
Sunday.
Sunday, sometimes the neighbors complain, but maybe they might not. So it kind of depends on the area.
Okay.
But now let's check out the contract. So this is their remodel contract, and then let's see the costs. So see how did it add it up so much. I'll move this aside for now. Okay, so site demolition. They're gonna upgrade the electrical.
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice. Upgrade the electrical and then hot water to PEX. That's pretty good. So new plumbing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
New plumbing, new electrical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New HVAC.
New AC, very nice. Trash hauling, very nice. Did they order a dumpster bin or did they just have their own trailer?
They have their own trailer.
Yeah, it's like half the size of a dumpster bin, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, trailer works too. They like the trailer sometimes because it's just convenient. They can bring it in and out.
Yeah.
And then so final drywall framing. So basically all the rough, right? All the rough they cover, and then you have to cover all the fixtures, which is normal, right? All the fixtures.
Yeah.
But painting, flooring, cabinetry. So you have to hire someone else to do that, right? All the finish work. So painting, flooring, and all that. So they're, as soon as they're done, they're gonna jump out, right? And then you have to bring in other people to paint it and put in flooring and cabinetry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to save money
Mhm.
off of his GC fee, so
Yeah.
we want take care of all the hard stuff.
Yeah.
And then this, like the remaining, we will try to just do ourselves and knock out.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Try to paint yourself, try to get in the flooring yourself, because those part you can kind of learn and catch on. Yeah, so that's a good idea. So they should be done by January 15th. That's a long time.
Yeah.
Oh man, so that's August, September, October, November, December, 6 months. This should be done in like 2 months. Because it's just the rough work. It's not that much. It's a lot of work, but it's not like that much work. You can so I think we really have to push them on the time frame.
Yeah.
Is there a way to do that, or
We've been just like hammering into him that we want to go fast.
yeah
And it seems like the last couple of days they picked it up a little bit.
yeah
So I guess just gotta stay on top of them.
yeah
I think Jenny told them we want to really done within 50 business days or so. So that's our timeline.
yeah
I just try to meet him, I guess, in the middle. But I think one of the good things is he's told us that he wants to flip too, and he wanted, because we were actually not gonna go with this guy.
Yeah.
We would go with another contractor, but he canceled on us, and then at the last minute we had to go back to this guy.
I see.
But I mean, basically he had told us that he really wanted to do flipping himself,
Mm-hmm.
and he wanted to learn. So we kind of like use that as like motivation. Like, if you finish this like as soon as you can, we can jump on to the next one.
Yeah.
And just do more together. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good incentive for him, and then he can learn and all that, right?
Yeah.
So let's give him 60 days. Just say, hey, we really need to knock it out in 60 days because you're losing a lot in the hard money, right? Hard money is like $7,000 a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
55.
Yeah, 5,500, and then property taxes and utilities. And then add everything up, so it's kind of expensive. So 5,000 to 7,000 a month. So let's try to get him to knock it out in 2 months. And then if he doesn't knock it out in 2 months, we have to go with Plan B. Plan B is we might even have to fire him. Not fire him, but say we'll pay you for what you completed, but we really have to get someone else in to complete it faster. Because we don't want to wait. We don't want to wait for one contractor 6 months. We kind of had the same scenario in San Francisco. So I'll show you our contract in San Francisco. It took 1 year to complete. So we had all these contracts and everything. We had two contractors. Fixing it up. So very similar. We broke out the rough. So the rough was 71,000. So if you compare the prices, it's but then this is 2018. Maybe they charge more now. And this is San Francisco. San Francisco, they always charge a lot. So here's the rough numbers. And then they said they're gonna complete in 2 months. They said 2 months. But guess how long it took? It took like 6 months to complete the rough. So it took forever to complete the rough just because they didn't send enough guys every day. They only sent like 1 guy or 2 guys every day because they were trying to take on so many jobs. So we paid them slowly over time. They completed the rough, but it took 6 months. It took a long time. Yeah, so 71,000 is a pretty decent price. So even though we had all these contracts and calendars and everything, right? We had all this. They still took a long time. And they still didn't complete on time. We even had a completion bonus clause in there if they complete sooner, but they never completed sooner, right? And we told them that we're going to charge them for anything later than April, but it's kind of hard to charge them if they don't have any money. And we need them to complete the job, so it's very hard to charge contractors a penalty because you still kind of need them. So contracts are good, but it's only as good as if they listen to it. These contractors didn't really care, right? They're too busy. They took on so many stuff. So we don't want to have that happen at this one. So you really have to give them a tight time frame and just have to cut it off. We made the mistake of just giving them more time. So they're supposed to finish in April. We get them till May, and then we get them till June, and then we get them till July. So we kept on giving them more time, but then that really hurts us, right? Because we have holding costs. So every month we kept on losing 10,000 in holding costs, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000. So we'd rather pay another contractor that 10,000 instead of lose the time. So it's okay to let go of contractors. We do it all the time. As long as you pay them up to what they did, and as long as you explain to them that we're actually losing a lot of money, so they'll get it, and then hopefully they'll either step it up or just bring in other people. Yeah. So
they got about like 3-4 guys on the job that we visit.
Yeah.
Usually like 2-3 of their own guys, and the subs just came in recently. The electrician and he has a framer as a sub too.
Yeah. Okay. So framer as a sub. So they subbed out the electrical and they subbed out the framing. So that's interesting, right? So they probably got the electrical for a house this size, 1,600 square feet. I want to say around, let's say 3,000 to updates the amp, and then the wiring. Are you doing a lot of wiring around the house too?
Yeah, we saw new wires.
All new wires.
It's all new. The house is like 80 plus years old, so it hasn't been updated at all.
Wow.
Yeah.
So let's say new wiring, another 3,000, and then
The electrician, he's from Vegas. He lives in Vegas and he drove here for this job.
wow, that's smart. Getting contracts.
So I think his prices were really good.
Yeah. So it might even be like 3,000 for everything, and then the contractor made the difference.
Yeah.
Maybe. Hey.
Wow. From Vegas. That's a good idea, from Vegas. And then framing. So maybe try to talk to him and get an idea and say, hey, how much do you think it costs to do this in the future? Just kind of talk to him just to get his numbers. Yeah,
Right.
just get a feel for his rates and things like that. So they sub out the framing, so they sub out all the hard stuff, right? And then the plumbing. How about the plumbing? Did they sub that out too?
I think they're doing that on their own.
Plumbing idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
He has a lot of experience with plumbing and HVAC.
I see.
HVAC, he said he's putting an AC guy.
Yeah.
So I think he's subbing it out too.
Oh, he's subbing.
Yeah, he does, but he said my AC guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he's subbing out everything, and he's charging 111K, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So imagine his true cost. So let's say contractors pay their guys from 150 to 300 a day. Let's just do in the high end, 300 per day. Per day times 3 guys, that's 900. So their burn rate, they call it burn rate, what they're losing every day to run a crew is 1K a day. 1K a day. So 1K a day times 5 days a week, that's 5K a week, right? That's his burn rate. So this project, the rough, should complete in about 6 weeks or so, because it's just the rough. They don't have to worry about detail. It doesn't take that much time. So 5K times 6 weeks equals, let's say, 30K. Let's say even if it takes 8 weeks, that's a long time. That's 2 months. So even if it takes 8 weeks, that's 40K in labor, right? 40K in labor. That's he's paying his guys. So he's making the difference. So you can kind of see how they charge and why they charge that way, right? They want to make a markup. Sometimes it's 25 to 50% markup. So they're making a lot, and we have to think how can we do this faster and cheaper, because right now 110 seems like a lot. It seems like a really high price to pay for the rough. So maybe if we can get more subs in, because he's saying 6 months, that's a long time. Can he get it done sooner? Is he agreeing to 2 months or sooner?
Yeah, his whole excuse is like he could do his job, but the inspections are what throws him off, and he keeps making excuses on the inspection. But I keep like stressing to him like that we have to plan, and like he says like sometimes you call the inspector, they don't come for like 2 weeks or a week. But I actually call the city myself, and that's not entirely true.
Yeah.
There's where we could try to follow up the inspector. We could try to call every day for like earlier dates.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna help him try to manage that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
hopefully, yeah, it won't be so long.
Right. Yeah. So the inspection, you can actually just like you said, call in advance. You can call in advance and schedule it.
Yeah.
That way, it pushes them to complete it before
Yeah.
the inspection too.
Yeah.
And if he's subbing it, it should be done quick because there's more guys doing it. So I really don't understand why it should take 6 months. It's a small house. A whole house remodel should take 2 to 3 months. A whole house from everything, from beginning to finish with painting and everything, right? So rough should only be like 2 months. And then also see if you can renegotiate somehow. Say, hey, I got more plumbers, or try to get some more subs in there, just to get their quotes. Just say, hey, my plumbing guy can do this for like 10K. I want to use him for plumbing, so take that section out, because one 10K just seems so expensive. It just seems really, really expensive. Hey, Conrado, are you still here? I want to ask for Conrado's opinion too. Okay.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, awesome. Conrado, what do you think about this bid? 110 just for rough? Is that expensive? Or
well, it is kind of expensive,
Uh-huh.
but it's kind of normal because it's subbing everything out. So that's kind of what happened. You know, the clients end up paying a lot
yeah,
because the guy doesn't have all the, like, for me, you know, I'm a GC,
yeah,
so I sub out a lot of stuff, but at the same time, I have the people to do, like, we can do plumbing, we can do electrical,
yeah,
we can do HVAC. Like, I sub it out only because, you know, we like to move fast.
right,
But it's like they get behind, we jump in.
yeah,
But in this case, like he's saying 6 months because probably he doesn't have the authority to go to and push the other guys because he's bringing stuff from everywhere, like from Vegas. That doesn't sound right.
yeah,
Because I don't know where they find these guys. Like I only work with people locally.
yeah,
And you know, like this one is just their first project, but normally I try to use the same guys. Like I don't go and find new guys
yeah,
because to avoid all this.
Yeah.
But yeah, she can. They can go and maybe call some other plumbers, and get maybe 3 quotes for every item, for HVAC, electrical, whatever whatever is not finished.
yeah,
Get at least 3 quotes and something to don't pay anything in advance, just pay for whatever work has been completed with inspection.
yeah. Okay, so pay after the work's completed and after it's inspected, right?
Yes, because that way they can push more because they want to get paid. So hey,
Yeah.
you need to get this done so you can get paid, and just have to be like really, really pushing it.
Yeah.
Like 6 months, it's too long.
Yeah, way too long, right? You can probably knock this out in 2 months, right, for the rough?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah,
Because they should have. I mean, all the crews should be there, like doing whatever Sometimes they can be on top of each other,
mm-hmm.
but we find a way. Like electrical, they can be doing some work, and then as plumber move around.
Yeah,
Because especially when this time is big.
yeah. And then this house is not even that big. It's only 1,600 square feet. So I think you can maybe tell your contractor, I'm gonna get more subs just to learn the process, just to learn the prices, to learn how to do it. Because right now, at his speed and at his price, it's definitely over market price. And it's only
I want to throw something else more.
Yeah.
I heard that at the beginning, like they were waiting for permit for like 3 months.
yeah,
Like, don't do that again. Like, submit the application, submit the permit. Like, I do it myself, but everybody will take their own risk.
Mhm.
Like, we start demo from day one. The day we get the keys,
yeah,
even though we're waiting for the permits. Worst case, whatever can happen is somebody complain, they will come and say, okay, you guys don't have a permit, and then you show, okay, we just submitted the application, we're in the process, like you're not over building stuff.
Mhm.
So we're just working in the envelope. They can say, okay, continue, or they might say stop work. And then
Yeah.
if they say stop work, then you stop work. Like, I just start a project Monday.
Yeah.
We demo the whole thing. The permits probably going to be ready in 4 weeks. But who cares? We're going to start framing next week.
Yeah.
And the following week, plumbers come in. And if we get okay to continue, we get the electrical work. So by the time we get the permits, most of the work is going to be done. And then we just go for inspection.
Yeah.
Like, don't cover anything. But, just do whatever you can.
Yeah, just start right away, and then because you're gonna submit permits anyway, so you're not worried.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a question. Because we were moving some of these load-bearing walls and adding beams, and when we were working with the engineer, he had to go back and forth with the city like twice to make changes on the footings. So for something like that, like if we had started right, and let's say the footing was incorrect, and we had to add like 2 more, and for like the shear wall or something, like what happens then, because we don't find out until 2 months after, when the permits are down and approved, and then let's say we've already finished all the rough, everything's done. So are you saying we just go back and kind of fix that, or?
No, in that case, I will hold on whatever, bearing walls. I will, whatever is around it, and do the electrical, whatever, just keeping in mind that wall is going to get moved. And also talk to the electrician and the plumber, don't run anything here because this wall is going to get moved, but you don't do anything until everything's been approved.
Okay.
But, you just work around it. And, try to minimize the, all the bearing walls that, moving, because that get expensive, you have to get engineering, and then also, the city. So we try to avoid, moving if we can.
Yeah.
And also, this, learning experience, like my first project, I took on, even though I'm a contractor, I took on a big project in the city, and end up losing $500,000, just like that.
Wow.
Like Tom was saying, right? We can have a really nice deal, and it can turn into a nightmare. But it's okay, it was painful, but hey, here I am, don't quit. Don't quit too soon. Well, don't ever quit.
Yeah, keep on doing
but
it.
you're gonna learn. You only gonna get better at this.
Thank
You're
you.
gonna meet more. Yeah, you're gonna meet more people. You're gonna meet hey, you got electrician, plumber that they're charging right now. Maybe let's say for plumbing, $40K. Then you're gonna meet a really nice plumber who can do the same amount of work or better for a lot less.
Yeah.
But it takes time and networking and talking to people.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, and be working out. Outside you're not doing anything. Start working landscaping, whatever, paint, roof, whatever you can do. And don't do any work Sundays. Don't do it. And if you can, if you don't have the permits, don't even work on Saturdays. Yeah, we want to, but we want to keep the neighbors happy and avoid them complaining.
Right.
And just always be nice to them, even if they're rude. Always be happy. Because I've been to a lot of conflict with neighbors,
Yeah.
and I just keep them, on the side, whatever make them happy. If they want me to start at 9, I'll start at 9. If they want me to start at 10, if I don't have the permit, once I have the permit, then they can go and, I told them, get lost. But, when, while we're waiting for permit, basically, we have to do whatever they say.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So Conrado's a contractor for a long time, so he can constantly give us more advice. But for now, what I would recommend is keep on getting more bids, because the guy hasn't completed the job yet. So you have nothing to worry about. He hasn't completed the frame. He just started. And just say, I'm just trying to help you. I'm just trying to speed it up. I'm just trying to make this faster for all of us. I'm not trying to cut you out of the construction, but just say I'm losing money every month, and really stress to him that I'm losing $5 to $10 a month. And just say, you don't feel that, but for me, I'm losing $5 to $10 a month. I'm worried. I'm stressed out. I can't sleep. So I need more people in here. So just make it sound really bad and get more people, get more bids. It's good to learn and network too. Network with other contractors, network with other agents, network with other flippers, and ask them who their plumber, framer. It's all the same trades, right? You need a framer, you need a plumber, you need an electrician. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all very similar. And then
Paid him about like 45 already.
45. That's a lot because I don't think he's completed 50% of the work.
No. So he asked. It was 1,000 on the first day.
Yeah.
And $1,000 to start work. And then the 34K, as you can see on the contract, because that was his.
That's for the framer.
Yeah.
The framer.
Yeah.
He needed a large part of that to pay the framer.
Because they have to buy wood and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It was already. I edited this
Mm-hmm.
before. He was asking for like 40 from like the first day,
Mm-hmm.
and like another 20. So basically like 70.
Yeah.
First 3 payments. So I try to like break it down even more because it was like a lot.
Yeah. He already got half of it. And then Alan has a question.
Oh, I was just gonna say, is there an end date here? I just noticed that in the contract, like under project timeline, it says estimate 70 to 80 business days, right? But is there an actual end date?
No.
They did.
Yeah, because
He didn't put an end date.
no, like
Okay, so
6 months.
okay, the reason why I asked this, and I don't have, in Conrado, you can correct me because I don't have any flipping experience, but I'm taking a flipping course, right? And I think you guys should put a date so they're aware, because then what will happen is when it gets closer, right? Because it's an estimate, they're just gonna push it out more and more. Put a date and then put a penalty timeline. So that way you guys know, like, oh, okay, if it's, for example, it ends in the end of August, right? So in 2 weeks, and you guys can see like how much more work is left. You know what I mean? Because you keep putting estimates, they're gonna keep pushing it out. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, just like, that's why I learned. And then what else? Yeah, don't ask if they ask you for more money. Like there should be like only 3 or 4 times you pay, right? Which is the beginning for just like the supplies maybe, and then after demo, and after framing, sliding, in the kitchen. But if they're asking for more money, maybe like the change order or anything, make sure like they write in detail what exactly they need the money for. I still wouldn't give them any more money until it's done for that particular stage. And one last thing, so the final payout, right? Whether that's going to be your 3rd time paying them, but just basically the final. Make sure you guys walk the property with like blue tape or something, and turn on all the water, all the appliances or whatever. Make sure it's running, like run it all at once. Make sure it doesn't like shut down,
Yeah.
And then and then that way you can tell them like, hey, there's a dent here, or it's discoloring, or the water is not fully like blasting when you put it like to full maximum or whatever. And then so they're forced to fix it, and they have to fix it before they get paid, right? So make sure it's like to your guys' liking before you give them the final payment. Because once you give them the final payment, they're just gonna walk off, and you have no leverage, right? The whole point is you want to try to stay in front of the contractors. So like just be aware, like of that the entire time. Hope that helps.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Awesome.
Yeah, I can share a little bit more on that. Yeah, also like every time you pay them, you want to get a receipt, and I forgot what the name is, but they have to sign it that there's not going to be any liens on the property. They say for the framers, but that's what I was saying. Like you don't want to pay them if the work is not being completed, because the work has to be completed, and then they have to sign the form that the framer has been paid, and there's not going to be lien on the property. Then going back on the final payment. Yes, so you have to make sure that all the inspections are, sign off, and that there's no liens on the property. Because sometimes, there's like the mechanical, when they order material and all that, they will put a lien on the property, and they will not remove that until they get paid. So you can pay the contractor, and he doesn't pay the suppliers, and then you're going to be responsible for that. So you want to make sure that everybody's being paid. Yeah. And at the end, let's say he completed the work today, and he's gonna want to get paid tomorrow. No, you have to wait like maybe 15, 20 days to walk the place and make sure that all the liens have been removed. Because then when you're gonna sell, when you're on escrow is gonna ask you for all those forms to make sure that there's no liens on the property.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, another one to add too is what I was gonna say. Yeah, every time you pay them, every time you pay them, or you guys talk verbally about change, right? So an amendment to the contract, make sure you get everything in writing and there's a history of the payment. Don't give them cash. If they ask you for cash, like I prefer cash. Like no, like they like Venmo or something. So that way, like Conrado said at the end, right? The contractor can't just go back to you like, oh, you didn't pay me for this or that, right? It's like, no, we paid you. Here's the history, and then if there's any changes, it's all documented, right? So confirm like if you guys were aware, you as the investor were aware of these changes, they acknowledges it. You guys both signed off and agree what is that exact change, dollar amount, all that good stuff, right? So you guys aren't like, because at the end of the day, when you guys are closing or selling the house, you know, it's all on you, on the investors, not the contractor, right? So you guys will take the heat whether they did something or not that you guys didn't know. Yeah, so always in writing and always in history for everything.
Yeah, so it sounds like so 50% of the money is paid, but not 50% of the work is completed. So maybe next time they ask for payment, just say, hey, it's not done, or try to stall on the payment, because that's a lot of money, 50 grand already, just like that. And it's only been 10 days for 50 grand. That doesn't sound right? 10 days, $50,000.
Yeah, like that's a lot. Like he can disappear tomorrow and then the money's gone.
Yeah, so I think he's using the money to gamble in Vegas with his subcontractor. He's trying to double up. Devesh, you have a question, Devesh?
Hey, yeah. So the question is mainly like, let's say if it's a new area, like for example, like I saw your post where you're doing a flip in Sacramento.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe if it's a new area that like we don't know anybody, what would be a good recommended way to research contractors in a new area?
Yeah. So we try to get a lot of referrals, because referrals there's something connecting us. So we call all the real estate agents that we know, we call all the flippers that we know first, and then we start looking online, like start Googling at Yelp, and then just Google. But that's like last case scenario. So real estate agents, flippers, and property managers, they usually have some good contacts that they work with already. And then last case scenario is to find them randomly online.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, yep, absolutely. All right, so yeah, this one sounds expensive, so let's try to save you or try to prevent from giving so much money. So let's keep a tab on this. So we'll love to hear how's it going the next couple weeks. We'll help you throughout this, and get more people in there. I also recommend getting some tools just for yourself. Do you have tool set yet?
We have some
like small home tools.
Yeah. Yeah, get the power tool set. It's only $500. I like DeWalt because it's not too expensive. Milwaukee is really expensive. That's like the Mercedes of tools. But DeWalt is a perfect one, and then Makita is kind of expensive too. So just get tools ready to go, just so you can work side by side with them. They don't like it when you touch their tools. Contractors are weird like that. They want to know where their tools are all the time. They're possessive over their tools. So just get your own tools and then learn how to use it and kind of learn all that. So you're kind of becoming like a contractor in a way. That's how you talk to them, and when you talk to them, they give you more respect, and they know that they can't overcharge because you know how to do it. So get a whole bunch of tools, and then for the final work, we can talk about that real quick, like painting flooring. That's actually kind of easy. Kitchen. So painting you can probably do yourself, right? So painting you can do yourself. You need a pressure washer first to kind of spray down the walls. You can probably do that now too if you want. Pressure washer. On Amazon you can find some for like $200 or $300. The electric one. I like the electric ones because it's easy to use, better than the gas one. It's not noisy. Flooring. So painting, contractors will probably charge $5. Let's say interior house that size, I want to say around $3 to $4K labor, and then they're gonna say you pay for materials. You pay for paint, and paint's not much. If if you go Home Depot, you can get those paints, or Kelly Moore is a little bit better quality, but a little bit more expensive. So painting labor, that's just for the inside, and then outside is about the same. So everyone charges a lot now, right? Exterior, flooring is kind of tricky depending on tiles or laminates, so those are kind of expensive. Did you guys pick out your flooring yet, like vinyl or?
We're going.
We want to go with the engineered hardwood because we see a lot of comps in the neighborhood that are using like the European white oak 8-inch floors, and those are the ones that are selling for like 1.3, 1.35.
Yeah. Okay.
So we did a lot of research on our competition, like all the materials that they use, like appliances, and we're trying to replicate it as much as possible.
Yeah. Okay. So engineer hardwood, those are kind of expensive, right? Like $4 or $5 a square feet.
Yeah, basically for material plus install, it was about $8 per square foot.
Yeah, $8. Okay, nice. $8 square feet. That's about right. $8 per square feet, because they're gonna charge $3 to $4 for labor, right?
Yeah.
For labor. Okay. So that'll be kind of expensive, and then the kitchen. We'll try to break that out too. So order the cabinets yourself. So order cabinets, and then you have to measure the cabinets. So measure the cabinets, and then it's kind of tricky because they're gonna ask you all these questions like, where's the sink, where's the center, how high is it, how high do you want the top shelf. So just go to any cabinet place and they'll ask you a whole bunch of questions, and then you can go back and measure it. And then that way, when you do get kitchen people to install it, it's just labor. So labor to install, and it shouldn't be that much. It should be under 10. If it's just installing the cabinets, they can knock that out in like a couple of days. It's just the cabinets. And then countertop, you want to get a different countertop guy that just specializes in that. So it's kind of like another sub that cuts the countertop. So they probably charge $1,000, $1,200 to $1,000. They'll cut a sinkhole and all that, and then they'll put it on place. So you want to find some countertop guys, but we'll go back to that because that's really far out from now. For now, just keep on getting bids, keep on getting the numbers, keep on just meeting more contractors, meet as many as possible, just to play with them and get numbers, get ideas, and then usually we like to give the contractors some type of gift card if they come out and give us a bid, so we're not just wasting their time. Maybe like $25 gas gift card or something, just so they appreciate it. Okay, so we really need to knock out the rough, so we'll keep on focusing on the rough for now, and then take pictures every day. So every day, let me show you an example of our smug mug. So every day, take photos of everything. This is like a daily, diary of everything. Take pictures, take a lot of selfies. Just take pictures everywhere. Take pictures of what you bought. Take pictures of what you saw at the store. Take pictures of the tools that they use, so you understand exactly what tools they use. Take pictures of every corner. Take a picture of everyone there too, because you want to get to know them. You want to get to know their name. You want to get to know what are they good at. Everyone's slightly good at different things. It's very interesting, even the people on the same crew. So just take at least 40 to 50 pictures every single day. A lot of pictures, as much as possible. Even if it's the same areas, it's okay, because there's always something else different happening. So we just take pictures everywhere, right? So use a smug mug, and then try to learn how are they doing it, where are they putting the materials and the size and everything. So just take a lot of photos for your own records for learning, right?
Okay.
Yeah. And I think we're out of time. It's 11 o'clock, but yeah, thank you for sharing your project. It's gonna be a big, long process, but after this, you'll feel good. You'll feel like, wow, we did it, and we didn't lose $500,000. So the goal is not to lose money. We're gonna help prevent you guys from losing money. So we're gonna check up on you guys every couple of weeks and just to see where you're at and try to send more contacts and all that.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you
Yeah.
so much.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right, that was fun. Thank you for joining us. I think we're gonna wrap up, and then any last comments or questions before we end the call?
I would like to add more on the 5 deals that I just closed
Yeah.
for everybody. So these 5 deals, I got them from the MLS, and going back to this big paper. Yeah, there's a lot of competition,
Yeah.
but we have to play different, from what people are doing. So a lot of people, what they're doing right now, they're submitting a lot of offers
Yeah.
without seeing the property.
Right.
So what happened? They go back and they see the property, and then they back out. And a lot of real estate agents are looking at that,
Yeah.
and they're getting really annoyed. So the last 5 deals that I got, they've been dropped off.
Nice. So backup offers. Let's.
Always position as a backup offer. And if the property is closed and makes sense, I would always go and look at the property.
Yeah.
So I can feel confident, what I'm offering.
Yeah.
Like the one we just started demo, I was in Phoenix,
Yeah.
and they called me about the deal. So I look at the comps, and the deal really makes sense. So I had to come back from Phoenix to look at the property because I wanted to go with no inspection, no contingency.
Yeah.
And we got it.
Nice.
We
Very
got it.
nice. Can we that'll be a good topic for next week. Let's talk about your 5 deals next week, and then we can dive into it. I think for now we'll wrap up since it's 11 o'clock. But we'll love to hear
Okay.
about those products next week, and then we'll see how we can put it together with the funding, and how
Sure.
So that's perfect. So let's talk about all those 5 next week, and then we're gonna raise you 500,000.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Thank you, everyone. Enjoy your Saturday.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jenny. Thank you, Jay. Enjoy your Saturday, and we'll talk to you guys next time. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Have a good
Okay.
weekend.
Okay. Bye bye.